Hunley Waters is probably one of the most redeveloped. When I say redeveloped, I mean something that has gone from where it was to where it is today. One of the most amazing redevelopments that we've had in the community. Now it has these beautiful housing units that are 3-level. It's right next to Noisette Creek. Has a location that you can put your canoes and kayaks in and utilize the water. And it is one of the, I think, the most promising young neighborhoods that we have in North Charleston.
I definitely saw the potential of the Park Circle area and neighborhood, and that's all occurring as we thought it would. There's restaurants and bars and shops occurring along East Montague. There's a lot of new energy, a lot of younger people moving into the area, and really I see a great long-term investment personally, and would recommend that to anybody, you know, if they were looking to move somewhere in the Charleston region.
My wife and I bought a house here in 2003 before the revitalization of the street here, East Montague. It was kind of a friend of ours was a realtor and kind of turned us on to Park Circle. And at first we were kind of like, North Charleston, what's up, you know. Came up here, checked it out, we saw the strip, we saw the house, we're like, this is great, you know, I mean, it's affordable, it's a cool little community, and went from there.
When my wife and I were looking at houses, we were looking for a green home, and the options in Charleston are limited. So that was one of the first things that got us over to Hunley Waters. When we were looking at a neighborhood, we were looking for location. You know, something that's centrally located in Charleston. You can be to the beaches in 15 minutes. You can be to great shopping in 8 minutes. I can be to work in 10 minutes. You know, that's a long commute for me is 10 minutes. So the thing that makes me want to recommend this neighborhood to my friends is a great neighborhood with great neighbors, one way in, one way out, safe, secure. We all know everybody in the neighborhood. So it's a great place to raise my family.
We chose Hunley Waters because we wanted to be in Park Circle. And more specifically, when we compared Hunley Waters to other communities in Park Circle, Hunley Waters has the most energy efficient homes, it has the only gated community, and it has access to the water, which we couldn't find anywhere else.
I see this as an excellent place to raise a family. A lot of our neighbors have kids, so they would have a lot of kids to play with. It's also very close to the academic magnet high school, as well as the School of the Arts, which, coming from New York where all the public schools are excellent, was something that was important to me.
Palmetto Scholars Academy is the first gifted and talented charter school in the state of South Carolina. There are only 8 other gifted charter schools in the United States. And when we are full strength, that's grades 6 through 12, we'll be the first in the nation that's a gifted school with both middle and high schools. Our whole mission and our focus is to provide opportunities educationally and through business and interaction with higher learning and higher education and high-tech companies to give these kids the exposure they need to meet their potential.
I place a very high value on education. I think it's a globally competitive world out there that the next generation of young people are going to have to be able to compete on a global basis. Well, I think one of the best educational tools you can have for students is hands-on experience. With the ability to students to come in and even be exposed for a short-term basis to a world-class test facility like this will hopefully excite them, and they'll see opportunities of, you know, really what does a mechanical engineer, what kind of work could they do, and how is that work relevant to society in the future, or an electrical engineer, or an environmental engineer, or the mathematics or a physics major. So I think that is one opportunity that we're going to have here with this facility. And hopefully, like I said, we're also going to set up internships to allow students to come and spend some of their summer working at the facility, working with the engineers and with these companies, testing these very large machines that will be utilized in the future, and really excite them about the whole prospect of going into the sciences.
I actually really like to cook, and so if I have the day off, we like to cook a really nice dinner, sit out on the patio and watch the sunset, because from our patio you can see it perfectly, kind of over the marsh, walk down to the marsh with a glass of wine.
Actually, when the weather is good, once a day I take a walk down to the riverfront park, and I actually walked the entire length of the park and walked back. I like going out and seeing the water, the ships. I like the layout of the park, and it gives me an opportunity just to get out and clear my mind.
One of the best things at Hunley Waters is the amenities. It's located on Noisette Creek. We have a great dock that we can come out on the evening and enjoy the views and wildlife of Noisette Creek. You can also take your paddle from the kayak rack and pull it down the dock and slip it in and go for a quick paddle.
For one, the people, the diversity like we talked about. It's a growing community. A lot of people up here are either artists, business owners, and they're striving to see change. And it's a good place. It's affordable. It's quaint. It's fairly quiet, and that's what I'm looking for as far as a community goes.
We're creating an environment, a livable, sustainable, friendly environment that young people, young professionals, and others want to call home. And Hunley Waters and some of the other developments that have come along in the area are sending that message out. You can have a wonderful place here in North Charleston, in the Park Circle community, where you can earn a living, you can shop, eat out, have wonderful experiences, and you can have play areas to play with your children, to enjoy your life. It's a place that is 15 minutes from the universe of the greater Charleston area. You can get anywhere in 15 to 20 minutes. We just think it's a great place to live, work, and play, and we're proud that Hunley Waters has chosen to be a part of that. I am very interested in making sure that not just for my family, but for the other families of North Charleston, it will be a place that future generations will want to call home.